नमस्ते भैया जी बताइए में आपका स्वागत है। भैया जी बताइए में आज हमारे साथ मिसेस एविया डे आई है और इन्होंने ऑल इंडिया रैंक 5 लाया है बायोटेक टेक्नोलॉजी में, वो भी गेट 2021 में। आइए हम जानते हैं मिसेस डे से उनकी सक्सेस स्टोरी। हेलो।
Hi. I'm from Kolkata and I'm still pursuing my B.tech from Technology University. I thought of giving a GATE. I didn't expect such a rank. So this was kind of surprise for me.
Okay, Miss Day, we just want to ask one more thing. What was your reaction, first reaction of yours and your family after seeing your result of GATE 2021 as All India Rank 5?
Okay, so first of all, the results were supposed to be out on Monday. It was 22nd, I suppose. And it was 19th, it was Friday. And we were watching a movie together. So, and suddenly in my friends group, they started claiming that, oh, the results are out, you should go and see. So when I just opened the screen, first of all, I have never attempted GATE first time. I didn't know how the result would look. So when I just opened the screen, I looked at the numbers, and then I saw a number 5. And I was like, okay, did I get a score of 5 in 1,000? I didn't give such bad examination. So when I read the caption, it's All India Rank 5, my hand started shaking, and all I shouted was in Bengali. I kept shouting, oh my God, it's 5, oh my God, it's 5. And I couldn't say anything else for the next 10 minutes other than that, it's, oh my God, it's 5. So that was the first reaction. And my father and mom and both of them got really emotional because there are a lot of things because of which they had expectations. I had a good marks in boards and ISC, and they knew how much tensed I was regarding this examination. So they were happy after all that whatever I was hoping I've got.
Mrs. Day, now I want to ask you that when you realized that you would be starting study for GATE 2021, and what was the motivation behind it?
See, as I'm from biotechnology, the job scope for this subject is still limited in India. And it's not always that easy for all the person to just go out in a foreign country and seek for jobs. You have responsibilities here. So when I came into this subject, I knew that I had to go for higher studies. And since I didn't sit for joint entrance after my 12th, so and I was pursuing a B.tech from private university, I thought that it is required to get an M.tech to get a proper job, either in industrial job or research related job in this field. So without a master's, I think it's not possible to get a proper well-paid job in the field of biotechnology, because this field is so huge, and by the 4 years of B.tech, you just know this much. So you need to know more, you need to learn more. So I think that was the base motivation. And I think of all the biotech examinations going on in the country, GATE is easy to score and crack compared to them, because over there, it's not only the subject knowledge that you're having, it's also the knowledge of mathematics, aptitude. There are ways to score, there are techniques. If you just know the technique, it's not that difficult. Yeah, you have to study a lot, but this at the B.tech level, you don't have that much core subject knowledge. You cannot compete with an MSc, M.tech, PhD student as it happens with the other examinations, so which is not in this particular case. So I think GATE was a very favorable option for me.
Okay, Ms. Day, now we want to know that as per normal biotech students, what is the right time for them to start their preparation for GATE?
See, the syllabus of GATE, broadly speaking, the syllabus of GATE is very broad. Okay, so and it's like hardly possible for a person to cover all the topics and details in 4 years. So the best way, I think, is whenever the college, there will be certain subjects which matches with the college curriculum, right? So whenever the college is teaching those particular subjects, if the students prepare that subject for GATE and college simultaneously, which I did, it becomes easier. If you just keep those two things completely separate, okay, I'll do this for GATE and this for college curriculum, it becomes very difficult. You keep on balancing the whole time. So if you just make them run in parallel, it must be easier. Honestly speaking, just right from second year when the core biotech subject started, I used to learn whatever the college would give me. Apart from that, I would open the syllabus of GATE and compare it with the college syllabus. Whichever portions were not there in the college syllabus, I used to read them extra because you don't have that much pressure during that. So in that way, you should start from second year. But if you are just talking about एकदम 100% GATE-oriented study, and in that case, I think if you start from the beginning of third year, I think it's more than enough. If you diligently thinking for GATE, and if you're thinking of skipping 1 year, then I think if you think that you're okay, I'm not confident that I'll be able to crack GATE and give my final semesters together, so just take the break, take completely a 1 year gap, study, revise whatever was there in your curriculum, and then you sit for the next year, you will definitely crack. It's not that difficult rocket science.
It is not a rocket science for all India rank 5, but friends, it's rocket science for you all. So just study.
No, it's not that. It's not that. Actually, you see, it's not that a person who didn't crack examination or did get a lower rank, that person knows more than me. It's not that. They probably know whatever I know. But the difference lies is that how I'm approaching this examination compared to how they are approaching it. How I have literally more than studying books, I've studied the exam pattern for the past 5 years. So it's more important to know what you're giving. You must know before what you're doing at the examination. And in case of GATE, what I've learned, I think, while preparing for it, it's not about how much you know or how much you learn. It's about that 3 hours, how you use this particular thing over here in that 3 hours. It's all that matters. It's not just about knowledge.
Okay, now we want to know from you that you have done it with self-studies or just by or with any other coaching.
Okay, so first of all, there is no alternative to self-studying. Without self-studying, without doing research, without analyzing, no coaching center is going to do this for you. What coaching centers do, I had taken guidance for a particular coaching center, BioGate, it's local over here in Kolkata. So what they do, they guide you. They tell you what to study. They tell you where to find the study material. They give you the test series to follow. Now it's up to you whether you will follow them or not. It's up to you whether you will take their guidance or not. In maximum coaching centers, it is expected that, okay, they will get the notes, I'll mug up the note and sit for the examination. No, it is not the case. It is a postgraduate examination. You're sitting for an examination which means qualifies you for postgraduate. So this mugging up and vomiting on the paper, that's not going to work. So you have to just understand first that whatever the coaching centers are providing, be it the best coaching centers of India, they will just provide you the study materials and from where to study. And they will give you a set of numerical questions, practice sets. Now it's up to you. They will give you a solution of 10 years, but just copying the solutions of 10 years of going through them is not important. It's also you have to see what is the pattern of questions. What is the weightage of questions? Okay, this year more is microbiology came more. This year immunology was not there. This year bioprocess was more. This comparison you have to make. Moreover, the current trend, what is going on around you, that also carries a weightage. Like this year there was questions from CRISPR-Cas9, COVID-19. CRISPR-Cas9 got Nobel Prize this year. COVID-19 is, we're all suffering through it. So these are the things, these are the things, small things that I think makes the difference and matters. And that I think creates the gap in the rank. So just reading, and most thing in 90% cases I have seen, even in my batch, they are reading the thick textbooks for the examinations, the classical textbooks. Yes, you must read the classical textbook, but for concept building, they are not for exam preparation. And I have seen other students who are just reading the notes. Those reading notes are for revision. They are not for concept building. So you have to do both. You have to build the concept first and then you have to revise. Then only you can analyze. MCQs seem to be easy, but they are the most trickiest questions. That is the thing.
Okay, at last, just I want to add one thing. GATE is an aptitude test, so start increasing your aptitude instead of mugging up all the things.
Subject, if you don't know anything about what you're doing or that you must know. But it's more that, like, you have some kind of knowledge. GATE will ask you how you apply this knowledge in a practical life situation. That is how GATE assesses a student. Now, if I just know that the sun rises from the east and I don't know how to apply it, I don't know that causes morning and evening thing, that then that's not going to work. So that is the thing.
Yeah. Now I want to ask you one thing, that what was your thought behind taking biotech engineering after in your B.tech course?
So this is a strange story. I think when I was in 8th standard or something, I was like that. No, I will not go for typical medical science. Nor will I go for classical engineering. So my parents were like, "What will you do?" And I just learned the word research. Then I said, "I'll do research." On what? That was a big question mark. So I think it was in 11th and 12th standard. I started liking certain portions of the whole curriculum, which I didn't realize that it was the parts of biotech initially, the brief parts that was there. So it was in during the, so I was all prepared sitting for medical examinations. Since I was a good student, they were all expecting me to sit for NEET and all. I didn't even fill the form of engineering. So so at the day of my biology examination, after giving my examination, I came home and I started crying that no, I'm not going to sit for NEET. And I started crying like a baby, literally pampering. No, I'm going to do biotech. I'll go for general line. I don't need B.tech. I don't need MBBS and so on. So definitely my parents were angry. And I didn't, after that day, I didn't do a single revision on NEET and all. I did crack NEET examination. I had a rank. And I was getting chance in some in Siliguri Medical College or something, but I didn't go for it. So I started looking for biotech courses all over Kolkata. So there were various places, but mostly they were giving microbiology courses, and I wasn't really willing to get into microbiology. So out of the few colleges, then I saw the poster of Technology University, but they were also giving lateral admissions based on marks. That if you have marks more than 85% or something, I don't know exactly what the criteria was, you will get it. So I had a pretty good marks in my ISC. So we went there, and they said that, oh, you didn't sit for joint. I said no. So they took my marks and they said, okay, if you sit for an assessment, if you pass the assessment, you can get admission to normal procedures. You won't need any management quota or anything like that. So I passed those and I got admission. And so that was how my journey for biotech started.
So what is the basic difference between MBBS and a biotech engineering?
Okay, so yes, I would really love to answer this question because I always feel that students of 11th and 12th standard, they are so confused about what stream to teach. If you ask them, okay, which subjects would you like, they'll say biology. So I also teach, not professionally, I teach 11 and 12th standard students. So whenever I ask a student, what do you like, this is biology, I ask them particularly which part of biology. Biology is a huge field. There is botany, there is zoology, there is human physiology, then there is biotechnology. So the basic difference between medical science is biology, that in medical science, what you're dealing with is human anatomy, diseases of human anatomy, physiology, how to cure those diseases, the mechanisms behind those diseases, pharmacology, how to treat them, and so on. Biotechnology deals with much broader aspects. It deals with the application of biology in the commercial perspective. Like, I know why is this disease is happening, and I know how to cure it. So how can I make an artificial molecule to cure it? Or I know this gene is there in the body that creates a protein. How can I synthesize this protein outside the body in another organism? So this is biotech. It is an amalgamation. If someone thinks, okay, I just love biology, I go into biotech. It's not that. So in biotech, you have to have knowledge of physics, chemistry, biology, mathematics, and computer. You need to have knowledge of all the 5 basic sciences. That is only when, if you have knowledge of all these sciences, if you're equally good in them, then I think biotech is the best field for you, because obviously you have to be best in the biology part, but you see, it's a very interdisciplinary course, and moreover, it's like, it's more of an application-based course. It's not that you have to mark things up. You have to understand this thing. You will find like all portions of biology. You will find parts of botany, biochemistry, microbiology, immunology, industrial biology, molecular biology, genetics, everything amalgamated in this portion. And how to apply it industrially, medically. There's something I always tease my doctor friends that, okay, we do the research, we find the things, and then you people apply it on the patients. So that is the way that we do it among our friends. So that is the basic thing. Whatever the medical science people are doing, anything which is established, which is already established, they're applying it on human beings to save their lives. A noble profession, definitely. But some things which the people around us don't see. How is the medicine made? Who makes the medicine? How does the person know that this is causing this disease? Who found it out? So that is the portion of the biotechnologist. We work behind the screen, behind the lab desk, right? So I think that is the basic difference, and I think it is one of the most underrated subject in India. It is not given what its actual value. If you make something in biotech, they'll say, "Oh my God, you've made plastic egg." They don't realize that how can we make egg from plastic? It's not possible. Maybe it has some values, maybe it has some good things. In recently in West Bengal, Howrah, there was that thing, plastic rice. That rice had some, I think, some vitamin. It was nutritionally more fortified kind of food, and it was all over the rumors. And I explained to mom, it's not made of plastics. You cannot boil anything with plastic. So that is the thing. It's more of awareness that should be made regarding this subject. That's it.
At last, I just want to say one thing. At first time also, I have understand what is the basic difference between biotech and MBBS course. So our viewers would also understand this thing because you have explained it very nicely. And after that, I want to know that after studying 4 years of biotech, all of us want to know what are the job opportunity in biotech.
See, as I told in the beginning, that in India, still the job opportunities at the level of B.tech are limited. That's why probably the seats of biotechnology in the master's level are also limited, because the job opportunities in the industrial area are very few. Even if there are opportunities, they are mainly in the western part of India, Bangalore, Mumbai, and all those parts. There's literally nothing in eastern parts of India. But yeah, biotech is a growing industry. See, like in America or Europe, biotech is spread out all over. Half of the companies are working on something related to biotech. But so if you're opting for a foreign company, you will get a job. There's so many vacancies, and there is lack of skilled laborers. But in India, yes, the job aspect is still a sad story. But I think there are a lot of hype going on regarding biotech startups and all. So that is also a good opportunity. And yeah, there are jobs. Even I got placed, and it was in a co-biotech company. But you see the placements, like out of 60 students, there are 10 getting placed in a core company, and the rest are switching to IT. And I believe that's a wastage, because you're learning this subject by heart for the past 4 years, and then you're switching just because there's no job. I understand there are problems, but I think that's where the youth of India should come up. Like, I really tried hard to get into the masters, so that at least I can stick to this line. That one arrogancy I had throughout, that I will not change my line. From class 8 biotech research, I'm still in that line. I'm not going to shift from there. So I think people like me, if they try, I think we can create more job opportunities in the future. Yeah, at present the story is a sad one, but I think it is going to improve, particularly after the COVID situation. I think people are a bit aware that what is the value of this profession. So I think there will be more opportunities. I hope there will be more foreign investments and jobs in this part.
Okay, I just want to add one thing, that after the COVID-19, the one engineering field that will get a very much boom is a biotech engineering only. Because now
Yes,
we
definitely.
come to know that what is the impact of biotech engineers after COVID only.
Yes,
And
definitely. Because people don't realize everything they are using nearby hospitals, whatever instruments they are using. There are some contributions from the biotechnological scientists, the ventilator to everything, and there was so much shortage of ventilators, the vaccines, the medicines. I think every people in India have medicine nowadays because of the kind of lifestyle. Every people over the age of 40. So they don't really realize. They say the medical company. There are scientists behind that. There are hardworking people who are as knowledgeable as any other professions. And I think these people, they are so less valued
I can definitely say that after seeing this video of yours, many person in India will get motivated to study biotech because you are explaining it a very brilliant way. Last, we want to ask one more question to you, that as you have got All India rank 5, so for achieving this, you would have some skill set. So we want to know that what is a skill set that you have that have helped you to achieve this goal.
I don't know whether should I call it a skill set or a problem that I have that I sometimes I get obsessed with certain things. And I want that. I want that now and I want that here right now. So that thing happened with Gate. And I was obsessed with it for the past 2 years. And that was the only thing that whenever I was sleeping, I was thinking of Gate. When I was waking up, I was thinking of Gate. No, I'm just a bit exaggerating this, but yeah, I think that that in Mahabharata, Arjun saw that fish's eye, and I think that Gate was that eye of the fish for me. I couldn't see anything. I was not doing anything else. I was not. Yeah, I was teaching. I was hanging out with friends. I was doing all sorts of fun things. But at the same time, the only thing that was going on in my head was that I have to try. I would just ask my mother that Pavoto in Bengali, Pavoto gete, Pavoto gete. I just keep on asking this fish. And she was like, why are you asking me? You know, you're preparing for it. How do I know? But yeah, I think that was the only skill set that worked out. I was obsessed. I don't think that I'm from any of my counterparts. I'm more intelligent or I know more. Whatever they learned, whatever books they studied, I've studied the same thing. I've learned the same thing. There's no difference. The only thing that matters is the motivation and how much you want it and how much you believe it. I was so tense and scared before Gate, but the night before, I just realized, no, I have to do it, and I will do it. And then the day when I walked into examination, I was sweating like hell. I was completely drained. I was studying like a madman for the last 1 week. Like I was waking up, opening the book, looking at the book, again going to sleep. I was studying like this, not eating, not taking a bath, doing nothing. So when I went to the examination hall, I was literally drenched because for the last 1 week, I was not in my sense. I was so obsessed what I was doing. I'm not in my sense. I was so scared. Most importantly, I was so tensed that I felt that, oh my God, if I don't study this part may come. And that thing I did, I didn't leave any portion. Whatever notes was within my hand, I didn't leave any part. I covered all I touched all the things. And one thing I think that mattered for me the most is that I made a list of formulas of whatever numericals were present. And I didn't touch that formula that list of formula for the past 1 month after Gate. Just before the day of examination, I sat there in the morning like this and I just read through the formulas multiple times. And then I closed the book, went to sleep. So in the next day, out of that list of formulas, I think I got 69 out of 100. I think at least 20 marks contributed to that list of formula. If I hadn't seen that, I wouldn't have got 69 out of 100. Now, nor would I have got a rank of 5. So that was one of the biggest contributing factor. I would suggest that to all the aspirants. Formula is very difficult to memorize. Unless you read a formula multiple times, you can't really visualize it at the time of examination because you're tense. You don't have time to think there. So if you just keep it in the recent memory of your brain, like if you have seen it just last night or the day before, I think it becomes easier. It gives you the last scoring marks, last few marks, the last push to get what you want. I think that was a good contributing factor.
Okay, as per you, that we would say all the viewers or all the students, so start making a short notes of formula so that it can help you at the last moment of your exam. Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
Thank you, Aheria. It was a nice speaking with you. We have get very much insight of biotech with you, and it would help a very much of our student also and viewers also, so that they would also get motivated to start studying a engineering field that is known as biotech engineering. And thank you, Aheria.
I see people are so frustrated while studying engineering. I just like to say that don't get frustrated. Try to love the subject which you are in. If you're not loving the subject, you cannot excel in it. Try to love it. If you think that's a burden, change your stream. First thing I must say, if you think your subject is a burden, first and last thing I would say, change the stream. It's not for you. To love the subject, it can never be a burden for you. Okay. So I think that's it. That is the
And
only contributing factor. Love the subject.
we want to know one more thing, that what is your thought line on the idea of Bhaiyaji Bataiye?
I don't know what should I say. I think it's my privilege to get into this platform and share my views with the viewers. At least I think I have been contributing a bit to the educational society. Probably motivating the younger students, or probably giving some kind of guidance, any kind of solving any kind of confusion. I don't know how much I can help, but I think whatever you guys are doing, it's really wonderful. This kind of videos, people don't really make these kind of videos because they will not get so many views, they'll not be viral or something like that. But I think it's important because people resort to YouTube nowadays for everything. So I think why not make these kinds of videos? And probably people like us, students like us, we don't get that much of exposure apart from educational exposure. So we would also like to reach out to the audience and say, we are there, we can help you out. And maybe we have some which does not reach to the people. Like whatever I said today about biotech, you'd hardly find a person talking about it because there will be at least in a crowd of 1,000, probably one is listening. But if one listens, I think that's worth it. So I think that's a wonderful thing you guys are doing, making this kind of videos. So I'll just say best of luck to you guys, and I hope that your channel keeps on growing and growing and growing.
Okay, thank you for that, Aheria. Now, our initiative is also that we want to bring a different career student in a one platform, so that the name Bhaiyaji Bataiye is also for that. We want to bring a Bhaiya, all the Bhaiya or Didi that will come on online platform, that would help a person, because you can't get a person in your neighbors that someone is doing biotech, someone is doing petroleum or aerospace, because the mindset of a student is very different. Now, someone that dream of doing aerospace engineering, someone want to study biotech. So for that, you need a counselor, or you need a person who has done that before, so that you can get motivated. Because in general, then parents would say, go and study mechanical, civil, electrical, CS or IT. So that's why we want to bring a different profession person, so that we can get an insight of that subject, and it would be a very helpful for student also. Thank you, Arya. It was very nice talking